out of the Columbia University books, Old France and the Revolution, page 244. Of fashion, from the characters. It is very foolish and betrays what a small mind we have to allow fashion to sway us in everything that regards taste, in our way of living, our health, and our conscience. Game is out of fashion and therefore insipid, and fashion forbids to cure a fever by bleating. This long while it lasts has also not been fashionable to depart this life shriven by Theotimus. Now none but the common people are saved by his pious exhortations, and he has already beheld his successor. To have a hobby is not to have a taste for what is good and beautiful, but for what is rare and singular, and for what no one else can match. It is not to like things which are perfect, but those which are most sought after and fashionable. It is not an amusement, but a passion, and often so violent that in the meanness of its object it yields only to love and ambition. Neither is a passion for everything scarce in vogue, but only for some particular object which is rare yet in fashion. The lover of flowers has a garden in the suburbs where he spends all his time from sunrise to sunset. You see him standing there and would think he had taken root in the midst of his tulips before his solitaire. He opens his eyes wide, rubs his hands, stoops down and looks closer at it. It never before seemed to him so handsome. He is in an ecstasy of joy and leaves it to go to the Orient, then to the Louvre, Beuve, from thence to the cloth of gold, and on to the Agatha, and at last returns to the solitaire, where he remains and is tired out, sits down and forgets his dinner. He looks at the tulip and admires its shade, shape, color, sheen, and edges, its beautiful form and calyx. But God and nature are not in his thoughts, for they do not go beyond the bulb of his tulips, which he would not sell for 1,000 crowns, though he will give it to you for nothing when tulips are no longer in fashion and carnations are all the rage. This rational being, who has a soul and professes some religion, comes home tired and half starved, but very much pleased with his day's work. He has seen some tulips, some sweet, some sour. Cheers. That is just right. So good. It's some of that peanut butter cocoa. It's really good. You're welcome. We can do a quick one. Let's see, what do I have? I do have a life and science book out here, the Man in Space one. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that's the only life science one I have out here. Oh, no, I have food and nutrition too. You want to do food and nutrition instead? Okay, let's see this first. Whoa, look at that thing. Telstar, the TV ComSat. A bullish future for ComSats. June 3rd, 1964. Look at that. It does. Look at that. That's really cool. Communication experts monitor equipment in the Bell Laboratories Control Center at Andover, Maine, from which the first signals were transmitted to Telstar. The center also amplifies telephone and television transmissions from Europe for dissemination throughout the United States. Signals for Telstar and other communication satellites are beamed from the structure in Andover. Inside the inflated plastic and rubber balloon stands the 94-foot-high antenna, which both transmits and receives the telephone and television signals that are relayed by Telstar. Oh, that's how we were getting TV signals and stuff. There's a big antenna in there. So there's 94 feet. Very cool. Can post those pages for class. First question, how to go? Ooh, Project Apollo. We'll do that one too. Very cool. Yes. Do a quick one from the food and nutrition. That was a tough one. Hold on. Oh, this is a good section on the appetite computer. The appetite's regulator. It's a walnut-sized part of the brain. It's known as the hypothalamus. Oh, they actually have diet. Yeah, that's right, the diet suggestion. Breakfast, half a large grapefruit, 3/4 cup of cereal, 1 poached egg, 1 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon butter, tea or coffee. No. I know, that's funny. Ooh, mashed potatoes. It's just really a suggestion. I think it's like, get the elements, like what are the key elements? And why did they go with those combinations? Lunch is 3/4 cups of tuna fish with 1 teaspoon of mayonnaise and salad greens, half a cup of beets, 2 small apples, and a half a cup of whole milk. I don't think they really, I think they were just going by the markets, the food pyramid. Yeah, that's all bullshit. Reducing for love. The risk of being fat. Training children to be fat. Training. Social customs. The drawbacks of progress. Diseases of feast. Indulging in a snack at a Munich delicatessen, a 277-pound gourmand downs one of his 6 daily meals. Overeating is commonplace and obesity a serious health problem in West Germany, one of Europe's most affluent nations. Ooh. Meat made ready for the pot. The final preparation. This is a really cool section. This is where it talks about how they were preserving the food. Cooked or sliced, it undergoes the last stages of its processing just before it's wrapped and packaged. It's convenient for the housewife to use. Green beans below center are frozen in 7 minutes inside a rime-encrusted tunnel by a 30-mile-per-hour blast of air that have been chilled to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. American cheese on the left is cut into long, thin ribbons that fall in layers. These are then cut crosswise, making blocks of sliced cheese ready for wrapping and marketing. Remember all those government cheese programs? Getting ready for the rollout. We got sliced cheese, green beans, and tomato sauce. I know, actually, a lot of the old stock they have from that, they've been using. I know they were still using it in some of the food programs. And so this was in the 60s, I think, right? That's usually what they do too. They try to see, what is surplus and stuff like that. So then they can pretty much just pocket a lot of it and use what's already in holding. Mm. Yeah, don't complain about that though. If you make any complaints about those food programs, they'll tell them they're ungrateful and this and that. A lot of the practices were really unsafe. Definitely, God wouldn't approve with the cleanliness is next to godliness. This was not next to cleanliness. No. No, when you call those places out and then they get shut down or the funding goes to someone else, then you're dealing with local retaliation over and over and over again. Yeah, it's fun. Get a lot of broken windows. Oh no, not here. Not here. You want to be inconspicuous. Yeah, it gets old. I don't know. Hopefully. We sure hope so. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns about that, we're right here. Yeah, it feels good sometimes to look at distance when we've been looking at the screen or a book up close. This is a good section. I can post this. Yeah, there's more. How far did we read here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can post the rest of this. Let me look at his mien and shape. Like his gait. Is that another? Oh, okay. Like a silhouette. Let me look at his, I don't think that's right. M-I-E-N, that is mien, that is mine. Let me look at his mien and shape whilst he is still in the land of the living, that I may study the features and the countenance of a man who, alone amongst mortals, is the happy possessor of such a plum. How delicious. Do you like it? Is it not heavenly? Ooh, these are good sections. Yeah, we'll post those pages. Oh, Pascal, that's a good section. Oh, that's okay. Oh, they make fun of me nonstop, from movements to the way I look. Yeah. Yeah, my teeth. I'm not trying to get them fixed or anything, but yeah, my teeth are fucked up. It's my own fault, really. It's okay. We're at peace. Yeah. We just speak out day by day because that's what makes us feel good. Yeah, it makes us feel like sick, horrible to not speak out about the facts. It literally, I told you, it'd be like seeing the kids are right there, they're screaming in a burning car. Can you imagine just like pretending not to see it or saying anything? I mean, eventually it'd start to annoy you, right? At least annoy you a little bit. All right, I can't take it anymore. Oh, here comes a new batch of kids. These ones look cute. Oh, it's going to be tougher when they're cuter, isn't it? They're just like animals. That must be why people like bacon so much. It's one of the ugliest animals. You think pigs are cute? I'm just generalizing. You know, people don't like to eat kittens and puppies, but it's a delicacy served in restaurants all around the world. So, yeah, I don't know where to go with that. But... Hey, look at that. It is. It looks like a whiteout up there. How white the sky is. I know, it's so mesmerizing looking up into it. It's just like an endless abyss. It's quite amazing. All right. 15:55.